Hey everybody, so this is Will from Forbidden Cards and Collectibles with my son,
Kid Live,
and we're going to be doing some playtesting today. Now, about a week and a half ago, William, Kid Live, changed his deck a little bit. He had Loyal 3, he had Dialga, he even had this wall deck in Flygon and abandoned it. And he's gone with Okidogi as a primary attacker. Kid Live, why don't you explain what this deck does?
So, Okidogi is usually, is basically my main one, as you can see right here, Okidogi. And what he does is, if he's poisoned, he does 130 regularly. If he's poisoned, he does another 130. And what I like about this is because the poison is actually really good and increases an attack to make it much better. And then when we have Byamochi on, Byamochi allows you to do 40 more damage if you're poisoned. The card that is attached to is poisoned. You can see right here, Byamochi. I think it's a really good combo. And the Pokemon that helps me get poisoned would be Petron, which is his ability. Switch one of your bench Pokemon with your active. The new active Pokemon gets poisoned. As you can see right here. Very good card. And what it also does is 60 for every prize card your opponent's taken. So he could be for a good last resort. Then I got Pheasantipity. We flip the script, draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon are knocked out during your last turn. Very good card. And it also could do a nice 100 snipe to the bench. And then we've got Monkey Dory to do 30 damage to one of my opponent's Pokemon if I'm poisoned. So, like, not if I'm poisoned, but like if I got 30 damage on, I want to get rid of that, put it on one of them, and make it easier to knock out. And then we got Petron, so if I poison my opponent, then I got a pretty nice way to like do more damage with the poisoning.
He also has a great ability as well. So as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 5 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during Pokemon checkup. So, there may be a situation where, he does have to swing in with his Pheasantipity and then move some damage counters with Monkey Dory and then cleaning up with Petch. Now, the bigger thing is this, is if you open up with this, right, and you're able to get your, poison going, it says on the attack, Poison Chain. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon cannot retreat. So during setup, you're trying to lock them in, and just really be annoying, to your opponent.
Then we also got two very good cards. You got a Radiant Greninja, which what he does is his ability is conceal cards. So what it does is you discard 1 energy card. And then, for that 1 energy card, you draw 2 cards. Very good card if you need draw support. And this deck actually needs that because it also pairs well with Dark Patch, which I will explain a little bit later. Then we got Mew EX. He can copy any attack that's the opponent's active Pokemon. So, this Mew basically I can copy like a Giratina V-Star. Very great. And then we got some more, and now I'll move on to Pokédex Live / Forbidden Cards Collectibles. Let's see his deck.
Alright, so this is a deck that Kid had dropped. He just wasn't comfortable with it, couldn't get it going. I've been messing around with it. I don't think it's really much better, but it has its ups and it has its downs for sure. It is an extremely underwhelming deck in terms of its firepower, but what it does, what it lacks there, it does make up for with tricks. So Flygon is the attacker. Now, Flygon is 130 to the active, and then once you swing into your opponent, switch Flygon from the active to the bench. Now, this deck is really, it's called a wall deck. The 3 cards that are walls in this deck are Klefki, which, let me pull this out for everybody so I can read it. Lord Almighty. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, basic Pokemon in play have no abilities except for Mischievous Lock, which is the ability on Klefki. Um, the other two walls are Mimikyu, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon Vs. And then finally, I think what's the best card of them all is the Ogerpon. And Cornerstone Ogerpon reads, prevent all damage from your attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So those are your walls, and I'm still trying to figure out if I'm putting in more Trappish, more Flygon. These are our draw support and our switching cards. Our Pheasantipity EX, Flip the Script. Of course, when your Pokemon get knocked out, you draw 3 on your next turn. Round V, which really, I mean, the only time you want to use Round V is when you open up with it. Otherwise, if you have to use it mid-game, that's kind of an early death sentence. However, you are able to attach your Forest Seal Stone to your V Pokemon. Lumineon, of course, because when you need to go get that supporter card, I mean, this is still the best way to do it. Polka Gear is pretty cool, except you're drawing 7, and you're really hoping to hit. And of course, Latias EX. Now, with Latias EX, your basic Pokemon can switch from the active to the bench. That is very important because you do get, you may get locked in with Ogerpon in the active, and he's not a wall for some reason, and you want to pull it back. I'm still playing around with this. This may be a cut for another switch or something like that. And what this deck does, with the add-ins of Eerie, your opponent reveals their hand, and you discard up to 2 item cards that you find there. Also, Zerosic's Machinations, your opponent discards cards from their hand until they have 3 cards left in their hand. So just, between this, just kind of like annoying your opponent, your walls that are in play, this is what you're trying to get done. There's a Forest Seal, a rescue board, and that's really what you're trying to get done. Well, we're going to put this all together and start playing for you. All right, everyone. So we've shuffled, put everything back together, and we're going to show you the way you're supposed to set up. So I'm going to pick up the dice. Poker Kid?
I'll take tails.
Tails. And it's heads. I will decide to go first. And you open up by drawing 7. And what we're trying to do is establish a basic, which we did. Not the best start in the world, but I'll take it.
Yeah, me neither.
And let's see. So he's established a starter, our prizes, and let's get going, buddy.
All right.
So we'll start with the Trappish. I'm gonna Ultra Ball the Air Zero and a Judge. I'm going to play I need to get deeper into the setup. Hold on, before I decide that. Yeah, gotta get deeper into setup. So let's do this. And I am doing what this deck does. I'm hiding behind my first wall, which is Mimikyu. Always present your deck once you've gone in to your opponent. And
remember, always ask to tap or cut.
That's right, tap or cut. And I will play Insta Charge from the round of V. 1, 2, 3, and then my turn.
Alright, and I will draw for turn. I will attach a basic energy on Okidogi. I'm going to play one of my cards, Secret Box. Discard 3 cards from my hand and search my deck for 1 stadium one supporter, one item, and one Pokemon tool. So I will be getting a Dark Patch. Actually, not a Dark Patch. We can do much better. We can get a Nest Ball, a Binding Mochi. We can get Boss's Orders. The stadium I will be getting will be Gravity Mountain, which Gravity Mountain is a very good card because it makes it so all Stage 2 Pokemon have 30 less HP. Tap our cup. I will attach my Binding Mochi onto Okidogi. Play Gravity Mountain. Go back in for Nest Ball. And I will also get myself Petron EX. Since I went second, it allows me to play supporters and attack as well. So I'm gonna play Janine's Secret Art to get one dark, and you have to pick the two before you do it. So I'm picking Ogi and Petron. One energy and one energy. And now I will, before I have my turn, I will use Okidogi's first attack, which allows me to get up to two basic dark energies and attach it to him, but I only need one. So I'll put that on, and that poisons him. So now, it's your turn.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into the rare candy with the Flygon. What am I doing? Let's get the Cornerstone Overpound down. I'm going to go in for an Arvin. Get more space there. And where am I going? First for my attach. Oh, hold on. Let's take a look. Alright, so I'm going to go. Ooh, is that the way to go? Yes. So I'm going to go with a switch and a Force Seal. I'm going to attach my Force Seal. Then I am going to switch Flygon into the active. I'm going to activate my Force Seal. You guys can see V-Star marker. Flip it. I usually put it directly on the Force Seal so there's no confusion. Let's take a look. Alright. What am I doing? I'm just going to go get a boring energy, which I'm not happy about. What am I doing here? Yep, guess we're just doing that. Attach. Okay. Stick it on. There we go. And then now I am going to swing for 130 times 2 for
a 260 knockout.
260 knockout. And then I'm going to switch into my Mimikyu.
Which, since Okidogi is a EX, my opponent can take 2 prize cards.
Oh, and by the way, it's the reason why it was a knock was because he has weakness against this deck. Your turn.
So now I will draw for turn. I will play Trekking Shoes. I will get the Serendipity for the Trekking Shoes. With Trekking Shoes, I get to look at the top card of my deck, and if I don't want it, I have to discard it, and the next card I have to take. So I'm gonna, since I already used it, discard pile, play Sensitive Visibility, which is flip the script, draw 3 cards.
But did you get the next card? You're supposed to resolve that.
Yeah. because I wanted this card.
Oh, I see. I see.
Monkey Dory, and then Okidogi. I'll use Night Stretcher, which allows me to get one basic Pokemon or one basic energy from my discard pile and pull it out, and that'll be one dark energy. So I will attach it to Okidogi. Hetron EX. And I'm actually going to Boss's orders to bring up Flygon to do 120 damage.
120 damage. Alright. That'll be 2 6s. I draw. I'm going to put down Artisan. I'm going to use Artisan immediately.
Which knocks out my Gravity Mountain, putting it to my discard pile.
Boy. So good. It's alright, I have a workaround for that one. Alright. Let's see what we got.
Alright, I will collect your deck.
I'm going to use Heavy Ball. And it allows me to get a basic. Putting the Heavy Ball back into my prizes. And put that there. How am I doing this? I guess I'll start with the Trapage. I'll then put a Pidgey down. I will boss the Okidogi. I will swing into your weakness for 260 knock.
Alright.
Now, so he has weakness. There is a difference between these two decks, though. Being that this is a stage 2 deck, it normally takes longer to set up. So his deck is more of a turbo deck. And on his first turn, going second, he can literally swing for 300. And then if he's done everything right, he's actually using Monkey Dory to move a little bit of damage over and really knocking out just about any stage 2. So he does have weakness, but if he starts off fast, he's annihilating me because I can't catch up. For every one of his turns, this ends up being 2 turns to set up a Flygon.
Alright, and I will draw for turn. Play Flip the Script, since you knocked out my Okidogi. I will play Radiant Greninja and do Conceal cards to discard my 1 energy and draw 2 other cards. I'll play Trekking Shoes. First card, I won't take that. Next card, I have to take. Then I will do 1 onto Pheasantipity EX. And then I will play a Janine's Secret Art to put only 1 energy onto Pheasantipity.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Fez also has a pretty good attack as well. It's 100 anywhere you want on the board, is that correct?
Yep. And then now I can do... that's it. I will end my turn.
Alright, I will draw. I'm going to... Oh, sorry. Nope, wrong one. I'm going to evolve my Pidgey into a Pidgeotto. I'm going to attach a basic energy to my Cornerstone Ogerpon. I don't have a whole lot else going on. So I'm just going to swing into the Monkey Dory for knock.
Alright. Actually, hold on. There's 130 and he's resistant.
By how much?
30. So that always 100, leaving with 10.
Oh, leaving with 10. Well, that's trouble.
Monkey Dory is a survivor.
Oh, wow. That's right. You are resistant.
I will draw for turn. We'll play Dark Patch, which allows me to take one basic energy card and put it onto one of my dark Pokemon on the bench. And then I will play Earthen Vessel, discarding a Janine Secret Art, which Earthen Vessel allows me to get two basic energy cards, any two basic. So I will get one Dark Energy, Tackle Cut. We'll play Concealed cards. 1, 2. Play Petron. And I will end my turn.
Okay, I will draw, evolving my Pidgeotto into Pidgeot. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Pidgeot EX. Quick search. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than one quick search ability each turn. I direly need this quick search, so I will use my ability. Now, usually, you can flip your card to the side or at an angle to signify that it's been used. Sometimes you could use one of these old coins and just flip it, so I do it both ways. So I will play and then go in, quick search. I'm going to go get a boss's order and play boss's order. I believe both are weak too. Yep. So I'll pick the Petch, and then I'll swing 260 for knock.
Good game.
Good game, buddy. So I want to say that he probably had a slow start because I've played this deck, and it has been viciously fast against me. He has annihilated me before. This is the first time I'm playing this deck with this layout. I scrapped his old build and brought in some new stuff that just, it made the deck more versatile and just a little bit faster. I'm looking at his prizes. It actually looked really bad. Go ahead, Will. Explain.
I got lost 2 of my Dark Energy to the prizes, which, if you go to my discard pile, I used the other ones, so I didn't have anything else, and my other draw support was Mew, which I got prized as well, which I was not good at all. I needed Mew and the 2 Dark Patches.
I think in this this scenario here, I wonder if the Petch locks me in and I'm unable to retreat. Oh no, but it gets knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't know. His deck is very fast, so guys, in the comments, if there's any questions that you have, any suggestions you have for either deck, please, by all means, we're always looking to improve. And this is Will from Forbidden Cards and Collectibles with
Poke Live.
Good game, buddy.
Good game.